It was a humid afternoon at the railway station. The air was heavy with the smell of chai and fried snacks. Among the crowd, a young man in torn clothes moved slowly from one person to another, his hand outstretched. Most people waved him away. Some scolded him. "You're young, go work. Stop being lazy." A few kind hearts dropped coins into his palm, but the weight of insults was far heavier than the weight of the coins. Sitting on a worn wooden bench was an old man with a kind but sharp gaze. His hands rested on a walking stick, his eyes quietly observing the scene. When the beggar approached him and mumbled, "Please, just a little money for food," the old man simply said, "No." The beggar sighed and turned to the next passenger nearby. But before he could speak, the old man's voice cut through. "Don't give him money." The beggar froze. Anger rose in his chest. You won't give me money, and now you're stopping others too. Why are you doing this to me?" The old man looked at him steadily. "Tell me, why don't you work? You're young, strong. The world has jobs." The boy's voice cracked. "Do you think I didn't try? I went to tea stalls, shops, hotels. They looked at my clothes, my face, and said no. They wouldn't even let me sweep floors. So now I beg. At least here, I get enough to eat once a day." The old man nodded slowly. Then he reached into his pocket and pulled out a crisp 200 rupee note. The beggar's eyes widened. "For me?" "Yes," the old man said, "but not for free." He gestured for the boy to follow him. They walked to a small shop at the station, selling newspapers and magazines. The old man told the shopkeeper, "Give him as many newspapers and magazines as this money can buy." The beggar held the bundle awkwardly, unsure what to do. The old man smiled. "Don't wait for someone to give you a job. Create one. Go to the trains. People are sitting inside the train with nothing to do. Some waiting for the train to start. They'd love to read something, but they don't get down to buy it because they're afraid the train might leave. You'll bring it to them." The boy frowned. "Will they really buy from me?" "Yes, but listen carefully. Don't beg. Sell. Stand tall. Speak with confidence. And add 1 rupee or 2 rupees extra to each paper. That little profit will be yours. That way you earn, not just survive." Hesitant but willing, the boy stepped into the nearest train compartment. "Newspapers, magazines, fresh stories for your journey," he called. To his surprise, a hand reached out with 10 rupees, then another. Soon, he was weaving through the train, coins clinking in his pocket. By the end of the day, the beggar, no, the seller, returned to the old man. His pockets were heavier than they'd ever been, not just with money but with pride. I sold them all," he said, almost not believing it himself. The old man's eyes twinkled. "Good. Now take some of that money, buy more tomorrow, and keep going. You've proven you can work. You're not a beggar anymore." The boy hesitated, then asked softly, "Why? Why did you help me when so many others only scolded me?" The old man chuckled. "Because I was once sitting where you are. A kind stranger handed me not money, but the chance to earn it. I've been passing it forward ever since." The next morning, the boy was back at the station, this time standing tall, his stack of newspapers in hand. No more outstretched palms, no more begging eyes, only a voice calling out with confidence. "Magazines, newspapers, fresh stories for your journey." Dear friend, this story reminds us of 2 things. First, when no one offers you a chance, create your own. Don't wait for someone else to decide your future. Take a step and build your own path. And second, When we see others struggling, instead of blaming or judging them, we can choose to help in a way that changes their life. Sometimes, a little guidance is worth more than money. Because true kindness is not just giving, it's empowering.